Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm going to do part 2 here on attaching style sheets to an HTML document. Okay, let's say right now that, and this I will admit, in the last movie we looked at, the most common way of using style sheets, using CSS alongside your HTML is to use this external style sheet. And if you haven't watched the last video, go do that because I show you how to do it. So basically we took a very simple style sheet here and linked it to our almost equally simple HTML page, but that's all it is, okay? You're going to use that link tag. But let's say for all intents and purposes, you're just doing a homework assignment that's an HTML page, or you're just writing one page for something. You know, maybe you don't need an external style sheet. It's a little overkill. If you're only dealing with one HTML document, you know, after all, that would be 2 documents to keep up with. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you some other ways you can apply styles to an HTML page. First of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here, I'm going to delete what we did in the last movie. So I'm going to delete the link to the style sheet. Okay. So now, go back over to the browser, you can see the styles are unlinked when I refresh. Okay. So how else can we put these in here? Well, let's go back here, back to our HTML page. I'm going to go ahead and even close off the CSS page. We don't even need it anymore. You can actually put your styles directly into the head of the document. And in order to do that, we use the link tag to link it. Well, you're going to use the style tag to style directly within your page. And we'll go ahead and type the style tag. And I'm going to go ahead and close that off too, because it's going to contain content in the middle there. So let's drop a couple lines. Okay, now inside the style tag, I do need one attribute when you have the styles in the header, and simply that's the type. Okay, it will automatically know that it's supposed to be a style sheet. So all you have to do is type the text. The type is going to be text/CSS, and we obviously don't need an href. Those were part of the link tag. Okay, so style, we're going to say, well, I'm going to write some text, and it's going to be CSS. Now, you can kind of see I've got a text editor called TextMate that I'm using, and kind of see how the colors changed here. It did not make the style tag blue. In fact, it put this kind of gray border behind it. Well, that's kind of telling me more or less, and all good code editors will do this, that I'm speaking a different language in here. I'm not doing a markup language now. Now I am speaking in CSS, or I'm using cascading style sheets. So now I can simply write my tags. So let's do one. Let's do the same thing we did last time. I'll do the body tag, and I'll go ahead and do my curly braces, drop down. Let's say background dash color colon black, and the color, or the font color, is going to be white. So this will completely invert what we've got. So let's go over to our browser. I'm going to refresh, and you can see that voila, it did work. Okay. Let's go back here for just a second. That's a really good way to attach some local styles rather than attaching them in a style sheet. This also comes in handy. You can mix these. You can link and put styles in the top. They all just both must be in the header, and watch out for conflicts. Another way you can attach a style, okay, let me take this out here completely, let's delete it, is you can actually put the style directly into a tag, and it can be any tag, okay, anything inside the body, or the body or inside. So I, for instance, could put some styles right inside the body tag that, of course, at this level this is very difficult, and I only really recommend this if you really need to do it, because it's so localized you can't change it in one document. You got to remember where you put things, plus you can only use one style per tag. If you want, like, you know, several different things to share the same set of styles, you have to do it over and over again. But let me just show you how to do it. Basically, in the body tag, I'm going to put a space, and I'm going to add the attribute of style, S-T-Y-L-E, equals, and then quotes. Okay. Now let's pop over here again. Let's refresh. Okay, so you can see I've cleared out all styles. Well, let's put those styles directly in here. So what you can do is start typing CSS directly in between these quotes. Now, you have to remember, you do have to follow all the same syntax rules. So let's say body style. You don't have the curly braces though, because we already know it applies to the body. So the style is going to be background color dash color colon black, semicolon. You must have the semicolon if you're going to go to another style here. And I'm going to say color for the font is going to be white, another semicolon. Let's go back over to the HTML document, refresh, voila, it worked. Okay, so in the last 2 movies here, you've seen that basically there are 3 ways you can attach your CSS into your HTML document. You can do it with an external style sheet, use the link tag to tie that in. In this movie, we explored using using the style tag in the head of the document. Remember, it has to go in the head, and then you can have your CSS occur there. Or this third option, which I don't recommend as much, but to know it is possible, you can put your style tags directly into a tag. So you simply use an attribute of style equals, and in quotes, you start typing your CSS and it will work. So that wraps it up. We'll move on.